from Dar es Salaam, this is TBC News, our top stories. Major systematic land reforms underway. Government vows better trading across borders. Thank you very much for joining us. I am Nasa King. Just a reminder, you can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. We start in Zanzibar, where the president of Zanzibar, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has met and held talks with the ambassador of India to Tanzania, Binaya Pradhan, at the State House in Zanzibar on the occasion of the end of his tenure. Pradhan has served as the Indian ambassador to Tanzania for a period of 3 years. President Dr. Mwinyi has thanked him and the government of India for continued cooperation to improve various sectors, including education, the establishment of the IIT Madras Zanzibar, various development and capacity building projects, as well as investment and business opportunities.
Thank you very much, Excellency, for coming to bid this farewell, and we wish you all the best in your new position. We would have liked to have you more here, but we just wish you all the best. But we are proud of the fact that despite staying for a very short term, but you did a lot. And we really appreciate that, and I want to convey our sincere appreciation to you and to your government for the support that we have been receiving. As you said, the cooperation has gone up one level to strategic partnership, which is very important for us. Here in Zanzibar, we will definitely remember the legacy you left, particularly the IIT being here, and the mega projects that are ongoing, the capacity building of our people here, the scholarships. So we are very thankful for that, and we will definitely want to continue with your successor where you had left.
On the other hand, Ambassador Pradhan has thanked the government of Zanzibar and welcomes President Dr. Mwinyi to visit India, the invitation that was accepted by Dr. Mwinyi. Minister for Lands, Housing and Human Settlements Development, Jerry Silaa, says his ministry intends to make major systematic reforms in the land sector in the country with the aim of improving land sector services in the country. He made the remarks when he met and held talks with news editors in Dar es Salaam to discuss progress made by the ministry after 100 years of his leadership in the ministry. Here are more details.
Among the reforms intended to be made is program for planning, surveying and owning land by involving the private sector in the planning authorities, where adjustments will be made in the procedure of money lending through the Land Development Fund. Furthermore, he says the ministry is working on IT system transformation that will allow services and transactions in the sector to be done digitally, and upon completion, the system will start with the regions of Arusha, Tanga, Mwanza and Mbeya. To keep up with the advancement of science and technology, Minister Silaa says the ministry has officially launched the RD app special system to receive and handle all complaints more conveniently through mobile phone or computer, aiming to serve Tanzanians in the land sector. On the other hand, the Tanzania Editors Forum acting chairman Neville Meena emphasized that the government should be involved in urban planning in all areas of the country instead of being involved in urban areas only.
Moving now to the Mbeya region, where the Deputy Minister of Industry and Trade, Exaud Kigahe, says the government will continue to create a friendly business environment to ensure businessmen and women benefit from their businesses. Kigahe made the assurance in Kiela district in Mbeya region during his visit to Kasumulu, border between Tanzania and Malawi, that aims at witnessing implementation of the measures taken by the government to ease business operations at the border. Kigahe insists that the construction of a one-stop border post has helped to reduce the time taken by the traders to receive services at the border, insisting the government plans to build official markets that will control black markets.
Kuja kukagua maendeleo ya ujenzi wa kituo cha pamoja cha mpakani.
We have come to inspect the projects on the border of Tanzania and Malawi. It is one of the instructions from the Honorable President Samia Suluhu Hassan, and then we have joint border stations to serve the businessmen and reduce inconveniences.
On the other hand, the acting manager of the Kasumulo Border Revenue Authority, Leonard Mapunda, says they continue to create friendly taxation environment by providing tax education before tax payments are made.
Tax collection should not be excessively harsh, but rather friendly.
From Mbeya region now, we move all the way to Dar es Salaam, where the Tanzania Port Authority, TPA, says for the period of October 2023, it has served 211 ships compared to 174 ships served in the same period in the year 2022. In those ships, approximately 95,173 tons of containers were served compared to 79,216 tons served in October 2022. Here are more details.
According to the statement issued by TPA, the increase is due to various reasons, including the end-of-year period, where there is an increase of ships and containers from various countries coming to the country, serving locals and the neighboring countries. Furthermore, he identifies another reason to be the completion of the Dar es Salaam Maritime Gateway project, which has multiplied the port quality service, attracting more ships and business owners. Following the increase, the authority is taking various measures to increase sustainability of quality services to the customers. One of those steps taken includes increasing the number of employees, machinery, and tools of various types to increase time performance efficiency. The TPA management continues to urge cooperation from all its customers and stakeholders involved in the cargo handling at the port to ensure quality service at the port.
Great strides there by TPA. Now, moving all the way to the Mwanza region, where the government has started the construction of an emergency search and rescue boat with medical equipment in Lake Victoria worth more than 4 billion Tanzanian shillings, which is the first rescue boat in the lake, aiming to improve safety following approximately 5,000 people being reported to die every year. Here is a report prepared by James Lerombo, read by Faithan Gaga.
Lake Victoria is one of the important sources of income for the residents of the regions surrounding the lake, who mainly engage in fishing activities, but also use the lake for transportation. In order to improve the search and rescue in the lake, the government, through the Tanzania Shipping Agencies Corporation, TASAC, builds a search and rescue boat with medical equipment, which will act like a mobile hospital.
We shall make sure that it has all the medical equipment that will assist the life-saving activities. Also, the boat will have first aid equipment, big mask ventilation devices for adult, devices for conducting operations, and infusion pumps.
The construction of the boat comes after the strategies set by the East African community after the MV Bukoba accident in 1996.
Mwanza is an important station. That is why we are here for the second time in a short period of time. We are all aware that there is a ship that is already performing duties. I used to be captain for MV Bukoba. Many workers who died in MV Bukoba accident were my junior colleagues. In the MV Bukoba accident, we lost people who perhaps we wouldn't have lost if we had a boat like this.
Kwa kweli tuna kila sababu ya kumshukuru rais wetu wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania.
We have every reason to thank the President of Tanzania for the decision to invest in this emergency rescue boat. Deputy Minister of Transport David Kihenzile says the construction of the modern boat is critical for the people whose lives depend on the lake.
It is important to invest in modern technology so that our citizens are safe. This boat will not only help in rescue effort, but it will also provide service to people living in various islands in Lake Victoria.
The construction of this search and rescue vessel is expected to be completed in a period of 12 months from now.
Morogoro Regional Commissioner Adam Malima has instructed the environmental experts and the Tanzania National Roads Agency, TANROADS, to come up with a technical solution to deal with the Mkundi River water surge, which puts at risk the Morogoro-Dodoma highway connectivity. Here is a report prepared by Rebi Yasinti from the Morogoro region, read in the studio by Kanki Mwaigomole.
This is the Morogoro-Dodoma highway. It's an important highway for the economy as it connects districts, regions, and neighboring countries. The danger that now lingers is the presence of the Mkundi River, of which its depth has started to decrease due to the piles of sand threatening the banks of the river to burst during rainy season.
TANROADS, together with Environment Management Authority, need to make sure the water pressure is reduced. There should be construction of water harvesting system. This will enable the pressure of water. Also, the water collected will be used for irrigation, domestic use, and other uses.
Experts from the Wami Ruvu Basin Water Board said the solution to deal with the overwhelmed Mkundi riverbanks is the construction of a dam, while Kilosa Parliamentary Professor Palamagamba Kabudi gives his recommendations on how to deal with the issue.
Research shows that there are 5 areas that dams can be built. 2 of them will be obstructing soil and other 2 will be reducing water pressure and flooding. I think we should remove the soil, and also the experts should conduct river training.
The government says immediate measures must be taken to deal with the river to ensure reliable connectivity of the Morogoro-Dodoma highway.
The Geita Regional Commissioner Martin Shigela has instructed the Tanzania Rural and Urban Roads Agency, TARURA, Tanzania National Roads Agency, TANROADS, in collaboration with the Regional Land Office to come up with a strategic plan on how to increase the tarmac road connectivity in the region. He made the directive during Road Board meeting, insisting the plan will enable the region to get more funds from the government for road construction and hence boost economic activities in the region. Here is a report prepared by Nazareth Ndikia and read by Faithan Gaga.
The Tanzania Rural and Urban Roads Agency, TARURA, in the Geita region serves more than 7,000 kilometers of road with only 76 kilometers of tarmac road.
The growth of the city will be larger than the constructions of the roads, and it will be difficult to plan it. If that happens, we should come up with a proper plan and a good strategy for road construction with the help of the expertise in our region.
Members of the parliament expressed their dissatisfaction on the tarmac road coverage in their constituencies.
Our town is a region and we don't have roads. Compared to other regions, there is a certain spirit of urban roads construction, even those that are not in their tactic projects. I think we need an additional plan so that the region can change.
There are some roads that have been constructed by TARURA and others by TANROADS.
TARURA manager engineer Chacha Mosetti explains the implementation of road projects for the year 2023-2024, whereby the budget of more than 20 billion shillings is allocated.
And right now we have implemented 34%. And until now we have received 10% of the money. So the implementation is ongoing.
Well, that's the story from the Geita region. Now, before we wind up the local news tonight, let us now have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Make sure you don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Time now for all the latest in international news. And here is international news as compiled by Ramadan Impenta and read by Kanki Mwegomole.
Democratic Republic of Congo voters were waiting on Friday for the first results from presidential and legislative elections after unscheduled day-long ballot extension that prompted some opposition candidates to cry foul and call for a rerun. The vote will determine whether President Felix Tshisekedi serves a second term after a 5-year in office marked by economic hardship and strengthening insecurity in Congo's rebel-plagued east. President Felix Tshisekedi faces 18 candidates as he seeks a second term in this high-stakes election. 5 of his challengers have called for the entire poll to be cancelled. A Kenyan former tourism minister, Najib Balala, has been arrested in Nairobi over corruption allegations. Najib Balala and other former officials are accused of inflating the cost of a building tourism college in the coastal county of Kilifi. He is the first former minister to be arrested since President William Ruto was elected last year, vowing to tackle corruption. Detectives from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC in Kenya arrested Balala, Lea Guio, the former permanent secretary of tourism, Joseph Odero, managing partner, West Consult Engineers, and Flora Ngina, the former ICT manager, Tourism Fund. According to EACC spokesperson Eric Ngumi, the 4 suspects have been arrested over procurement fraud and irregular payment of 8.5 billion Kenyan shillings in the construction of the proposed Rodangala Utalii College in Vipingo. Mr. Balala served as a tourism minister for 12 years in 3 successful governments. Detectives say they are searching for more suspects in the case. He is the first former minister to be arrested since William Ruto was elected last year, vowing to tackle corruption. Ghana's parliament has marked a historic milestone by legalizing cannabis cultivation for medical and industrial purposes, aligning with the global momentum embracing the multifaceted benefits of cannabis. This groundbreaking decision, made on December the 14th, 2023, grants the Interior Minister the authority to issue licenses, ushering in a transformative era in Ghana's cannabis regulations. Ghana's commitment to realizing cannabis potential was underscored by the passage of the Narcotics Control Commission Act 2020, Act number 1019. Licensing cover the entire spectrum of cannabis-related activities, including cultivation, processing, distribution, sales, import, and export. Experts claim that if the cannabis industry is properly managed and regulated along the value chain, Ghana's economic issue may be remedied because cannabis has the capacity to flourish in every part of the country. And France has decided to close its embassy in Niger. The former French ambassador in Niger, Sylvain Ite, has said the embassy is no longer able to function normally or fulfill its missions due to restrictions imposed by Niger's military government. He added that local embassy staff have also been dismissed. Niger's relationship with France has ruined since the military topped President Mohamed Bazoum in July.
That was international news as compiled by Ramadan Impenda and read by Kanki Mwegomole. Get ready now for the sports news. And in sports news, Young Africans head coach Miguel Gamondi says despite the pitch conditions of the Jamhuri Stadium, his squad is ready to face Tabora United in the Tanzania Premier League match to be played tomorrow. Speaking during the press conference ahead of the game in Dodoma, Coach Gamonde insists that he knows that the game will be tough, but they are ready to showcase their skills to outclass Tabora United and take all 3 points.
For me, difficult, especially for the players, but we have this habit to do this. And when you play international games and you play in the league, the most difficult issues is to recover the players, to be which player is in good condition, and analyze the opponent and try to do our best to be ready for the game.
Young Africans has 27 points and is at second place in the Tanzania Premier League table. A win will give them a chance to bridge a gap to leaders Azam FC, which has 31 points. Simba Sports Club assistant coach Suleiman Matola says his squad has trained hard to face unpredictable KMC in the Tanzania Premier League encounter to be played at Chamazi Stadium tomorrow. Speaking to TBC News in Dar es Salaam, Coach Matola believes the players are motivated after winning 2 games against Kagera Sugar and Wydad, hoping that they will use the same spirit to beat KMC and get all 3 points.
The play against Simba always become a tough match, but we are well prepared, although they are difficult and have a quality, but we'll make sure we'll get 3 points because it's a very crucial match for us ahead of it.
When you're playing against the Simba fans at Chamazi, it's going to be a very hostile environment. The fans give them the extra pressure, the extra player. And it's going to be difficult for our players, but they have to do it. They have to do this in the big games. For us to go to the next level, we have to maintain our philosophy and our style of play and do it.
Simba has collected 22 points after playing 9 matches in Tanzania Premier League and sits at 3rd place in the league table, while their rivals KMC have 20 points after playing 13 matches. We apologize, we're not going to have the weather updates tonight due to some technical problems. But with that item, the sports news, and now we wind up, and don't miss our next news bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Nasa Kingo. We wish you a good night and a productive weekend. It's been a year of gathering facts and bringing them right on your screen.
A year of connecting you with the society.